We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents? All
people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs. You are.
Welcome to the party, the PatriotPartyNews.com. I'm your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Oh, my goodness. Iran has fallen, and they are taking out sheriffs, law enforcement, city by city, left and right. It's more than just Iran. Minnesota, where are you at? Where's our patriots in Minnesota that are always chiming in? We're going to be talking a whole bunch, probably a little bit about you guys tonight. Let us know. Give us some reports, boots on the ground. We're going to get this party started. It's, man, got an incredible show. Lots of events, lots of things taking place today. First things first, this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. It's the PatriotPartyNews.com, folks. We are more than just a website. We are a full functioning, badassery Patriot Broadcasting Network, broadcasted around the world 24/7. Hey, folks, don't forget, help us out. Man, donate now. Here's the red button on our website. Also, our awesome mods and admins are going to be putting in the links in the chats to be able to support us and help us. Hey, another way that we really get a lot of support from, and you get a ton of value back. Actually, you get a life saver back to you to keep you out of trouble. Find out what really the truth is all about. You need to get on Patriot Shoot, folks. I'm going to tell you right now, more than ever, we are seeing people that are understanding how bad they're being lied to on a daily basis on your social media. Okay? It's about time you start getting some truth. Period. Best place you can go right now is patriotshoot.com. Go to join.patriotshoot.com. You get access to Talk Time, State Talk, our state groups, where this is happening in your backyard. Folks, our ground game is terrible, and we need to step it up. How do we do that? Well, number one, you need to know there's a place that everybody can come to in one single place, and then be able to be organized enough to be in each one of your backyards, including your county. Right now in your county, there is somebody that's in Patriot Shoot that's there beside you. We got state directors. Come one, come all. I dare you to come on board the platform. Some of you, you're not going to be able to handle it. A lot of you, you're going to be like, my God, I just came home. Here I am. Again, you can click on the image on our website. You can see in the chats where we have the link. Go to join.patriotshoot.com. Also, folks, you can check out our other partners as well. They do support us and help us. Q Broadcast. You can go to ppnnetwork.qbroadcast.com. You can click on the picture here. Listen, 30,000 movies, 1,000 live channels, under $60 per month. Pretty awesome. Also, folks, the products over there with Coach Scott over at HealLT360.com. You click on here. The discount code is PPN. You get access to some incredible products across the board. If it will load up, hopefully it will. Yeah. The 5-star mega, I love. I take that a good little bit if it will show up. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they don't like me here today. There it is. Also, the telehealth 90-day transformation. This thing right here is something that I actually did personally early on with Coach Scott. It changed my life. It showed me exactly what areas of my body I needed to really work on. That's just one aspect. I could spend 8 hours in that thing. It's like a candy store. And then, of course, you got Cardio Miracle. Cardio Miracle, amazing for cardiovascular health. You can click on the image, and it will take you right to where you need to go. Use PPN as a discount code. And I'm going to tell you right now, your homeboy is drinking some coffee at night, and it's awesome for focus. Hunter's Blend coffee, discount code is PPN. The unicorn likes it, I promise you. Excuse me. And I kind of laughed on that one. Removal of graphene oxide. That's what we're trying to achieve, are we not? Because of what they've done to our food, what they have put into these shots they claim are for us, and they're not. Get on over to the Roots brand. Go to rootsbrand.com/PPN. Get you some of that clean slate. They'll know what you mean. Also, Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. Listen, we negotiated a pretty sweet deal with them where if you use PPN, you actually get free activation. Normally, they'll charge you for activations and things like that, which can be extremely costly. You guys know what I'm talking about. All those cabal companies do it. Well, guess what? Not here at Patriot Mobile. So get on over there. Use PPN as the discount code, patriotmobile.com. And it looks like the PPN chat is absolutely on fire. What's going on? Wave, everybody. Hello. How you doing, PPNers? And then, of course, obviously, tubepatriot.com. Folks, that's where you are the news. You can go there, sign up for free. You get it's a Patriot tube. I can't say the name due to legalities, but except it's censorship free. And we're tearing it up, man. It's awesome. You need to get over there. Check out the other influencers too that are on the platform over there, which is pretty cool. You might want to go check that out. Again, tubepatriot.com, where you are the news, and they are sponsoring tonight's show. All right. Cool. I did my homework assignment. I think there he is. Yeah, Warren's in the back studio here, the green room, as they so say it in this business, that from what I'm hearing. But let me go ahead and bring in Warren. What's up, bud?
What up? What up? What's going on?
Man, I tell you what, I'm on day 2. Have you heard about what I got here? What's going on? I got a lead cap. It's lead. And so it's blocking out all those funky signals. And I was like, man, I'm going to see if this is really true. I'm going to try to do my best to see if there's anything here. Didn't say anything, didn't want to say anything about it. And then I got, I got Jennifer one from a male to female type of situation, just to see. And some folks said they want us to try it. So there you go. And, she started feeling something. I started feeling something beforehand. I didn't want to say nothing because, like, man, I'm selling myself. I don't know what's going on. But it's pretty cool. So this is something we're kind of looking at. And I don't know, man. The world's done gone apey, but I feel good.
First of all, those hats, they work.
Yeah, I hope so. It's doing something. It might be making me smarter. I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that one out.
Right. Get that brain functioning good.
Yeah, man. I showed that first video. That's what's happening right now. That's the moment of the assassination of Mohammed Hotik, the commander of the police station in Iran-Share, Iran. He just got 86th there, and they filmed it while they did it.
Yeah. So what's going on is they're all telling on each other. They're all turning each other in. None of them can stop looking over their shoulder. Probably one big reason is because Dulce and Jorge are the ones that turned in Maduro.
Mhm.
So the cartel, the ones that run the cartel, the if you say think tanks or masterminds that run all that stuff, kind of like how you remember how Osama bin Laden ran all his people. Well, these guys
Yeah.
did the same thing, and they're also the stepchildren of Carlos the Jackal. He's a global terrorist, and they pretty much turned on everybody. Everybody's turning on everybody. It's gonna be freaking cray cray.
Yeah, it's kind of, I remember seeing that video time and time again with Saddam Hussein is in that room and he's calling off names. He's just calling off names of politicians. One of them got up at the end and said, "Hey, why are you calling my name? I haven't done anything." Of course, what was happening is they were taking them outside and executing them one by one as they came out. And because of the kind of power and the grip that they did over there. And I get, obviously, Maduro did the same thing. Man, I'm curious to know about Cuba, though. That's what I'm curious to find out about. So
They're going to be falling. They depend on Venezuela. That's why we're doing this. One of the big reasons we're cutting off trade. We're cutting off oil. We're cutting off things to China, Iran, Cuba, and many others. So yeah, it's spot on what it's doing, what it's supposed to do, and because of that, they're trying to all get their seat. Hey, how am I still going to make my loot? And telling on each other. It's freaking great.
Yeah. President Trump withdraws from international organizations that are contrary to the interests of the United States.
It's going to be the end of the mafia, pretty much, in that area.
Yep, 100%. And then I haven't been able to keep much up with this outside of what I've heard here probably in the last hour or so on this in Minnesota. But he's talking about that. I did see the clip. Did you see the clip that everybody's talking about with that car and everything? I'm sure you probably did. But he says, I have just viewed the clip of the event, which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, and then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense based on the attached clip. It is hard to believe he is alive, but he is now recovering in the hospital. And so obviously he goes on and talks about the situation is being studied and it's entirely, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do their job, making America safe. We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left of violence and hate. President Donald J. Trump. You know as well as I do, this is unfortunately Antifa reversed. They're being supported. What was it? Even in Venezuela, and Trump even talked about it, how fast they had those signs printed, buddy, and how quickly they had them out there ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Soros and the Clinton Foundation had that stuff all ready.
Look, and he put another post out saying our military budget for the year 2027 should not be $1 trillion, but rather $1.5 trillion. I like that. Oh, but another one out there says, and this is one of the highlights, Venezuela is going to be purchasing only America-made products with the money they receive from our new oil deal. Here's my question, Warren. How is this going to directly affect the American people? I would assume instantly, obviously, with fuel. I mean, we should see fuel just absolutely. If this is everything we're hearing is correct, I know it's not going to happen overnight. I understand that. It takes time to go through everything, refine and process, because that is a very rich and it goes to a very complex refining process from what I'm hearing because it's so rich, if that makes sense. So it's not like regular, like out in Texas, where it's easily to have a pump on it. This has got to have pump here, this crazy thing there, whatever, and it ends up being extremely good fuel. So do you think we're going to see any type of stimulus or anything towards the American people? Or, I mean, we got a tax revolt that's happening. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we're not saying anything out there that people are not already doing. You know, we've all talked about it. You, me, everybody. And I mean, do you think we're going to see that? In your personal opinion, do you think we're going to have something that's going to cascade down to benefit those in need?
Yeah, it just won't be exactly when we want it, and we won't know when it's coming, you know, except for, and I think it'll be through, you know, certain groups first. You know, we've always said, I believe that, or I guess I've always said that I believe that senior citizens, that military, that disabled veterans and the disabled, you know, a long time ago, well, no, not a long time ago, but about a year ago, I told everybody, hey, if you've had trouble with disability, where you're trying to get on the list to get disability, and you've gotten off a list before because it's just sucked. You know, they're just messing with you. Well, now would be a good time to be back on that list because things are changing with tariffs. You know, he can't mention tariffs and how much money is coming in and not expect to get it to the citizens. Now, another thing, you know, he will sell that oil from Venezuela to the people that have already been buying it, possibly. But I think he'll stabilize, you know, how much it is, because, you know, last time when we took down the Soviet Union, we did the same thing. We cut off products, oil, things to them. You know, that's what you do. You know, done all the way back to the Civil War and past that. Well, he's got to make it worth its while and not almost take down Texas oil at the same time, because that's about what happened. He just about broke Texas, taking down the Soviet Union. That's where some people have to make big decisions. Is it better to get Gorbachev chilled out and go right to the edge of really, really hurting Texas, you know? So I think he'll do it right. I think he understands that. I know he understands it from what I hear.
Yes, sir. It's they're doing some things here on the backside, Warren, that I apologize about that. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Bear with me.
There's also going to be a lot of people from here, whether it's cartel or different people running for the hills, which is with as much money in a suitcase or in suitcases or in a private plane as they can. You'll see that because that's what they're doing already, to tell you the truth.
It's
because our group that it's bad, they're telling each other too. They're in trouble.
How long do you think this is going to last? In terms of this segment, dude, okay, we're seeing, you know, Minnesota getting cranked up. I mean, there's a video circulating around showing, I mean, thousands. And when I say thousands, I'm talking about thousands of people. Could it be CGI? Could it be AI? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not, but it looked pretty doggone real to me. And it was very shocking and very telling. And yeah, you're a mod, by the way. Because we're seeing this happening right now in Iran. They're saying Russian media are now reporting that the fall of the Islamist regime in Iran and the return of the country's exiled, Shalah? His Imperial Majesty Reza Shah Pahlavi is now on the horizon and within reach amid the 11th day of the nationwide pro-Shalah uprising. And then you got the man himself, General Flynn, coming in, right, and talking about this and putting this out there. And he says, for the uninformed, this is as big as a tectonic geopolitical shift as we could have experienced in decades with what's happening right now. He says he prays for the people of Iran and their struggle for freedom. To the Ayatollah, time to take your final trip to Moscow. And of course, he shared what we were just showing. So, wow. Hello.
Yep. Oh, Flynn puts out those narratives, doesn't he? He keeps everybody on their toes, and he's telling, what he's probably thinking in his mind or what he's being told to say, and, hyping people up when they need to be hyped and saying, hey, we're okay at certain times, and being chill while he's doing it. So I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
So how long did the chaos last from George Floyd? We've been through some things before, and when I look at what other people are doing, I look at Flynn, I look at different people and see what they're doing and try to duplicate it. And when we've had something like this going down where there's chaos of some kind, at that point it was burning down freaking cities and things like that. This time it could turn into that, but it could turn into chaos, because remember, it's going to be mostly in blue states, and they need that stuff to happen there. That dude freaking is an idiot. Mike, he's an idiot, trying to cause as much craziness as he can. And to his peers, he's up there saying, yeah, look what I'm doing. And they're saying, yeah, keep on being an idiot. Yeah, just do it. You're freaking expendable anyways. You're nothing but a puppet anyways, So he'll do anything to get that ball rolling, get chaos in the streets. And we're seeing it right now, I believe. And we'll see it more. It'll happen in a lot of places where there were big problems with votes.
So here, check this out. This is one of the videos I was talking about. The other one is better because it's downtown.
Rise up, take a stand. Rise up, take a stand. Show me who you want stolen land. Show me who you want stolen land.
I'm sorry. If I was in one of those houses, I'd be yelling out the window, man, y'all need to go to bed. I'm tired.
Doesn't that right there look like what so many other countries went through 3, 4, 2 years ago, and we're just now seeing it here? Yeah, that's we're going through it. So this is it's the big one coming to see you.
That's yeah, there you go. More of the same, right? It's kind of like a broken record that keeps on happening over and over again. Man, I had what was the one I was going to post? I had a bunch. We got loaded down. There it is. Hang on, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Someone grab that, put that on there. I showed this earlier today. I'm going to show it again. And I want to gather your thoughts on this. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Check this out. Just hear it out.
It's coming to America.
Islam's coming to America?
Yes, it's coming.
Wait, is this going to be
One day, America will become a Muslim state, a Muslim country.
Really?
Tell Trump.
That's never going to happen.
Yes, it will
That is
happen.
never going to happen.
God is powerful.
It's never going to happen.
God is powerful.
Is that what everybody here wants? You want to see
That's one thing. Our goal is to make America Islam.
Really?
Islamic state.
Look.
Yes. God is powerful.
It's never going to happen.
You control the heart of Americans. God guides whom He wills.
Over my dead body will just become an Islamic.
يريدون ليطفئوا نور الله بأفواههم
like this.
والله متم نوره ولو كره الكافرون.
Well, that's exactly what they wanted. That's what they talked about. They're following, what's his name, Pike. They're he's telling what they want. So, yeah. Now, were the other two guys, were they kind of taking up for America, or were they right there with them? I couldn't quite tell.
I don't know the guys on the side. I know the what looked like Americans obviously were, going to town on them. But did you hear the breaking news that happened with China just hacked the email systems of multiple U.S. Congress committees? That's just coming in right now.
Okay, so that'd be a trip if they did some of the work for us and found all the nasties, wouldn't it?
I think that would be incredibly good. So,
isn't it kind of weird how it seems like some of that happens sometimes, where you're like, okay, in their best interest, it would never be good for them to bring out who's bad and who's doing this. So, it's like Trump's just letting people tell on people so we can swoop in there and, pick them off or whatever. Well, that's a weird deal how it happens like that,
Mm-hmm. Well, I bet you at first, when I first saw this video, Warren, I thought it was actually Minnesota, but it's Iran. On the streets of Iran cities, this is what's happening right now. Now,
it looks familiar too, doesn't it?
Yeah. That looks like fireworks. That's coming across there.
But really, what do you see in there? You're are those cars down there?
Yeah.
And a fire. I see one fire. So, you look at that and you say, okay. Now, is that a vehicle upside down or something?
That's what it kind of looks like, but I can't really make it out. Hey, World War III, Flynn just posted this not even an hour ago. Let me see if I can get this on the screen real quick. This is interesting. I can't make it any bigger. Okay. The Baltic and Arctic corridors are more important than many people realize. They'll serve as vital routes that enable Russia's Navy, particularly its nuclear submarine force, to operate effectively. Wow. So he's saying obviously Russia's not a small nation. Check this out. This was not even an hour ago.
If you could just keep that up there for your audience, because I think that is probably the one that shows I would call it vital terrain, right? Vital terrain in the world of geopolitics. Those straits through those operational water lanes there, the waterways are very critical. So, one thing, quickly is that Russia is not Venezuela. Russia is a nuclear-armed powerhouse, that is not going to allow itself to be, quote unquote, pushed around like we're able to do with Venezuela, because Venezuela is a much smaller and much less capable nation. Russia, I understand elements of the Duma, which is essentially their Congress, have already come out with very strong statements in support of military responses by Russia. For the people that don't, pay real close attention to this, those vital waterways, that is the only real strategic lane or set of lanes for the Russian Navy, particularly with their nuclear submarine fleet, to be able to exit the northern Baltic Sea, right?
That's why this area strategically, if you throw the map back up, guys, is so strategic for any of these military operations, strategic warfare. This is why President Trump has been so focused on Greenland. And people think that what's the point of Greenland? Who cares? No. Just go and look at the map.
Yeah, where it's obviously centrally located, number one, for Army bases and military applications. And what is the story? What are you hearing on Greenland right now? Where are we at right now with that?
Well, right now you've got who is that that Denmark or whatever, that supposedly has power over Greenland and probably just letting them mess up. And I believe that if Trump decides Greenland is going to be ours, that it'll be ours, especially if it's a strategic area for national security and things like that, yeah, I don't see any problem with that. I do know that it is, because we're not only in the Pacific, we're everywhere. We
Right.
just took down two boats today, if I'm not mistaken, and one of them was a Russian. Well, had a Russian flag, but it had all kind of other flags on it at different times. So yeah, something's going on, and they're probably testing the waters, and we're blowing them out of the water to, make sure they know, hey, right now we got a lot of folks, some big power coming at you. National security. He'll do whatever for national security. So he has let the ball start rolling, and somebody will have to either attack or say, okay, let's negotiate. We'll see what happens.
Hey, we got a new angle of that ICE agent getting ran over in Minnesota. Check this out. So this is the opposite angle on the other side. I know it kind of looks blurry a little bit, but watch this. You can't sit there and tell me he ain't getting run over. Well, he's lucky to be alive. Rolling over what? Going over his hip? That'd break your freaking hip. What's up with that?
Who rolled over him? Who ran over him?
They're saying it was Trump is saying it was obviously a protester, agitator, and they got carried away. Didn't realize, hey, that I guess they didn't think the law applied to them, knowing they're running over a law enforcement. What is it we always talked about? The two worlds separating. And I think that's obviously what we're dealing with right now is they're in some type of McNasty, as you would call it, universe.
Parallel universe?
Yeah, but that's their reality. It's just like you and me sitting here breathing oxygen automatically, not even thinking about it. That's the way they are with what their actions are with those transgenderates. It's...
You're transgenderates. I hadn't heard that one yet. Oathkeeper Bill made a good point. It's constitutional. Looking to the Monroe Doctrine, Western Hemisphere security. Sure it is. That's exactly right. People are trying to call this deal the Don Doctrine or something like that, but it's not quite. But that would be. So we'll see what happens. Kind of a trip. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff we've talked about it for a long time, and I see it just purring along. And of course, we all want it yesterday, but it is what it is. You've got to. There's give and take, kind of like Trump, even to get into office. He had to make deals. He had to do things to make sure an opponent didn't get up on him and stuff. That's been going on since forever, and it's going to continue. So there's going to be things that don't quite make sense in some cases, and you just got to study it, figure it out, and we're on the right path, I believe.
So this is Mercado Media live in Minnesota. Well, not live right now, but about a couple minutes ago. This is what is unfolding right now. They are paying these fools. It's so obvious. And then you're going to have the real baddies come in here just a little bit. They're going to start setting this place on freaking fire. It's just like you said earlier, George Floyd all over again. But I got a feeling it's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be more than just Kyle Rittenhouse up in this camp doing what he had to do to protect himself. We liable to see some, I hate to say this, some casualties because they playing around with fire.
I believe we will. I've always believed we will. I'm going to just stick with that. Yes, it's going to be nasty, whether it's central casting, whether it's real. You're always guessing. That's why, just stay on point. Keep keeping your mind in check and spirits up, and let things come out a little bit. Let them before you make decisions on them, because lots of times when you do, you're like, oh, well, dadgum. You know, we're okay. Things are just like they were yesterday. It's just that freaking, that crazy video or that crazy this just got me. And it's going to happen. That's just what happens. We are in psychological warfare, and it is what it is. We just got to be strong, man.
Well, first Russian action against the U.S. Coast Guard in the North Sea. This is rkmtimes.com is reporting. Check this out. Use your discernment. But we're starting to see a whole bunch of this.
Is it the one of the ones that happened today?
Yes, sir. What you were referring to earlier.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, do you think it's going to be full blown? What it looks like is because what we were always told that it's going to look, it's a World War III, and just bad. Just look like everything's blowing up, or and everyone's against us. But it seems like we're taking everybody out. That, you know what I'm saying? It's like nobody's really against us outside of their hating on us to some degree. But then again, China ain't small, and neither is Russia.
I believe, and we'll just stick with what I've said, I believe it's going to look like everybody hates us and coming down on us. And I think we'll see stuff like that. I think we'll have what looks like casualties, whether it is or not. I believe we will. I believe we'll see some terrorist acts on our soil. I believe all that. And
I think it's going to trigger.
At the same time, I feel like that's just what's going to happen. It's what we've all thought was going to happen, what we've all said is going to happen. So I'm going to rock and roll with it, because as bad of a situation we were in just a year ago, or 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, where people couldn't go out of their houses, we've got to do this. We've got to do this right here. Whatever it is, if it's real, if it's central casting, whatever it is, we've got to keep our eye on the ball and do our part.
You think this is what is going to be the final push for China to invade Taiwan from these actions that they view, or whoever, if someone is conducting a plan here, whatever, but do you think we're going to see that within the end of this month, potentially, with what's just happened, with the way things are escalating right now?
Very well could be. The thing is if China invades Taiwan and starts blowing all those chips up, everybody's going to hate them. Everybody instantly goes after China, I would assume, because they got how much percentage does Taiwan make of those things? You would know that more than me.
I talk about the chips.
Yeah.
There, last time I think it was like 92% of chips are made out of, but that would cripple the world to some degree.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why
it would shut down. It would, like, you're right. It would shut down everything to where, I mean, when I say everything, I'm talking about us being able to do what we do here, because it involves so much and so many components that's tied into. There's no way around it unless you got a freaking ham radio or some type of satellite radio at that point to be able to communicate, because you don't need those kind of chips for that.
Yeah. Something that I kind of went over a long time ago was, hey, everybody's going to say China is so tough and Russia is so tough. Hey, we're freaking tough. Look at what we're doing. We got all of them lost, And if you take down the United States, everybody lives in huts. Just like if somebody took out Taiwan and whatever, it would be, and if they don't blow everything up and just occupy Taiwan or whatever, that's a different story. But if they do, everybody hates them. I mean, it shuts everybody down and puts them in the Stone Age,
100%. And then you think about what's going on with Starmer over in the UK, jacking things up with Ukraine and of course with Russia with the peace talks. And now it seems like we might actually see that happen in London. With the way like they're kind of like a little ant, and I hate to say this, I love all of our patriots in the UK, but the mentality of it is Putin's like, hey, I'll take care of that scram. Get out of my way. That's really, this is in him saying that to the world here recently, I mean, and everything has been laid out for years, man.
The city of London. All right. All of this, everything that's going on has a lot to do with the city of London.
Mm-hmm.
The globalists, the banks, you know. So, you know, that's, I mean, you got the city of London, you got the Vatican, you got Washington, you know. This was going to happen at some point, and it's here, I believe. And we're getting to see it right for ourselves, right on TV. We're getting to talk about it. I think it's great. But hey, put your big boy britches on, take your skirts off, you know, let's, you know, keep yourself going, you know, keep yourself exercised up and keep good thoughts in your head, because this is for the whole bag. This is for all the marbles. This is for it, you know. So, hey, be on the team, you know. Everybody be on the team. Be ready to rock and roll, you know. Find something good. Find something good if you're having a hard time.
Good stuff. You head over to Talk Time?
Yes, sir.
Cool, brother. Appreciate you as always.
Okay. See you. Bye.
See you, man. Bye. All right, folks. Another one in the box. Appreciate everyone tuning in as you always do. Man, exciting times ahead. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. Thank you. See ya. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your states at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.